The value of XRP could be much higher than we know, due to a number of factors, including the multiplier effects that I'll be highlighting in this video. So if you think that we're merely just going to be approaching newer all-time highs for XRP, I have some good news for you. Want to know more? Stick around for more on that. Hello and welcome back to Make Money Online, your go-to place for everything XRP. For those of you who are new to this channel and are curious to learn about XRP, hit the subscribe button and turn on bell notifications. Also, now you can join the channel as a paid subscriber for some exclusive benefits. You can also sign up for our free Discord group via the link in the description and join a community of like-minded traders and investors. Be sure to check it out via the link in the description and also in the pinned comments. To start right away and looking at the price of XRP, we've got 98 cents, and we're still up by almost 11% over the last 7 days. Just as a reminder for our newbie investors, XRP, depending on what you measure, registered an all-time high of about $3.84. Some data might say $3.30, some others would say $3.50. This was back in 2018, when the barriers to entry were much more significant, at which time there was much less liquidity, with not even a working product. Fast forward to today, where we see Ripple actively working with about 50 central banks from around the globe. Nonetheless, XRP is not even a thing today, as it hasn't yet been fully rolled out into action. With its on-demand liquidity feature, we have come a lot farther. And of course, there will be so much more happening, not to mention that we finally got that breakout that we've long been waiting for. That breakout of its 3-year all-time high to almost $2, which we've seen back in April. Now, if Wall Street will properly work with this digital asset class and its underlying infrastructure, they need to understand all points of view. We can go on further to talk about real estate. We can even go ahead and talk about the derivatives market, which is worth hundreds of trillions, if not $1.2 quadrillion, which sounds absurd. However, you guys have to be in the know as to how much monetary printing there is today as well. And it's driving people towards other vehicles for investments. People don't want to hold hundreds of thousands of dollars in the bank with the potential of negative interest rates chipping away at it. Just like a lot of people would say, you have to put your money into an investment such that it's working for you and not the other way around. Glad to know that more and more people are becoming aware of this fact as Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies continue to garner massive adoption. Allow me to wrap this up by saying this. I could tell you one thing. Researching XRP daily is a lot more fun when it hits $1, or even well above that, rather than just doing it every single day for so long when we were at the 20 cents range. We had Ripple co-founder Arthur Brito and the platform's chief technology officer David Schwartz thinking through all of the scalability issues that could arise before the forum even started. Explicitly talking about Ripple XRP adoption, talking about working with financial institutions from a regulatory standpoint, from a security standpoint. It goes on and on from a scalability standpoint. Remember, David had a long-standing experience with the NSA as far back as the 80s and the 90s. Now we have a retweet by Kevin Cage on Twitter who draws on the competence of Ripple and its executives, quoting an earlier tweet from Anders L. as he defines the fintech platform and its team as being in a league of their own. And what this tweet is essentially saying is that Vitalik Buterin, the co-creator of the Ethereum smart chain, got this idea from Codius. And remember Codius, we're talking Stephen Thomas, the former CTO of Ripple, who's now working on initiatives for Coil for XRP specifically, with web monetization and streaming of payments. Arthur and Schwartz had already solved these scalability issues with Codius before Ethereum, yet a lot of people forget that. Also, I'd like to remind you guys, or perhaps introduce this to those of us who are not entirely familiar with the name Peter Thiel, one of the co-founders of PayPal alongside Elon Musk, an early investor in Facebook. And years ago, this angel investor had his venture capital fund invested in Ripple. Now you see him talking about Bitcoin's excessive carbon emission rate, which is quite a sustainability issue in terms of consumption overall. I wish Bitcoin well, but all I'm saying is XRP does have the return on investment potential that I'm looking for as an investor from a technical perspective. Notably, we've got Anthony Pompliano, founder and partner at Morgan Creek Digital. This hedge fund specializes in blockchain technology and digital assets, who'd gone on to say that Bitcoin is a superior technology. And yes, Bitcoin is a superior technology to the legacy infrastructure that exists today, built 40 years ago in the banking sphere. And since then, the technology world has gone further to birth even more significant innovations, such as the internet, cell phones, which are handy and powerful computers. And essentially, just hitting on further for the sake of continuous improvement, why stop at Bitcoin? The decentralized blockchain technology doesn't just stop there. Now we have Ethereum, we have new and improved consensus models, and we have Ripple XRP. We now have a variety of platforms that are a lot more efficient and scalable. And when one of the bigwigs in the financial sector was posed with this very question, what are the financial institution's plans to help its corporate clients save money on their cross-border payments, the response was quite clear-cut. Ripple. Ripple is specially designed to solve that problem. I know that a lot of people would be like, blockchain can solve a lot of problems. I know that many of you would agree with me that blockchain does solve quite a lot of problems. But guess what? Where we are today in terms of those little utilities in the entire global ecosystem, Ripple XRP is legitimately one of the only digital assets with live customers and an actual utility. Little wonder why the SEC had been on their neck for months now. Should Ripple and its digital token have been a shitcoin, the United States financial regulators wouldn't have taken it upon themselves to sue the blockchain-based company and its top 2 executives. Ripple XRP wouldn't have existed this long for the SEC to have taken it upon themselves to use Ripple as a benchmark for determining which digital assets are securities and which are not. Essentially, Ripple XRP wouldn't have been in the market for almost 9 years since its launch in 2012. What I want is for you guys to put all of what we've earlier talked about in this video as we go through the video on this post from Jamil K's, where he goes on to tweet that, former Morgan Stanley, do you really think big investors are ignorant of XRP in detail? LOL. In this video interview of Caitlin Long, founder and CEO of Avanti Financial Group, who also happens to be one of the early propagators of getting fair regulations for crypto. Keep in mind that Avanti and Kraken, the exchange, and of course we know their connections back in the day with Ripple and Jason Powell, the CEO of the exchange investing in Ripple years ago. So Caitlin was responsible for getting Avanti and the Kraken exchange platform the banking charter in the United States. Crypto is risky enough, so make sure you always do your due diligence before investing. That said, my most enormous bag would always be Ripple XRP, alongside a few other crypto assets. I believe that the actual value of XRP is a lot higher than what we think. When all is said and done, Ripple as a company will be one of the biggest leaders that people would be looking up to for being that bridge to these conservative bankers and the radical modus operandi of crypto-based payments and peer-to-peer transactions in a trustless manner. After all, don't many people hate Ripple and its native token XRP because it's a black sheep of crypto? Well, for a good reason. Considering this blockchain-based payment settlement platform for on-demand liquidity is going to be responsible for creating this entire transfer of wealth and leading this revolution towards the Internet of Value. I hope with all of this information, you guys would find some clarity with Ripple and its native asset. So you guys do what you want, but I will be transparent about this as much as I can. I will continuously be buying into the dip, holding on to Ripple's XRP token on the longest for the next 5 to 10 years. Because I think this is going to be the most lucrative investment anyone would ever venture into, and potentially the best way to generate passive income, because of the value of XRP is a lot higher than what it is right now. Considering its growth rate is being hampered by the SEC lawsuit, which will soon see an early settlement, judging from the look of things. And when that does happen, XRP would attain its actual price marker. Here's food for thought that I would like to leave you guys with. Ripple XRP stands to be one of the oldest cryptocurrencies on the planet, created back in 2012, 3 years after the creation of Bitcoin, and 3 years before the introduction of Ethereum, the former of which is currently trading at $35,000 with a market capitalization of $670 billion, and the latter $2,400, having a market cap of $281 billion. Comparing these figures with Ripple's XRP, which is pegged at less than $1 with a total market share of $40 billion, you can agree that Ripple is just getting started. Thank you for watching today's video. If you enjoyed it, please consider leaving a like on this video, sharing it with your friends, hitting that subscribe button, and turning on post notifications. Don't forget you can also join the channel as a paid subscriber for some exclusive benefits. Be sure to check out the join button next to the subscribe button below this video, and you can also join our free Discord group via the link in the description and in the comments. Speaking of comments, if you have any, or if you have any suggestions, let us know in the comment section down below, and be sure to check out some of our previous videos as well. We'll see you next time.
That's how it goes. Hollywood perfect.